May I come in, sir?
Yes, please come, Ayan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Ayan, please take it.
Thank you, sir.
So, Ayan, we'll start with your brief introduction.
Yes, sir. So, my name is Ayan Jain. I was born in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. I have done my schooling from Sanskriti School in New Delhi and my graduation in electrical engineering from IIT Delhi. In my free time, I enjoy playing chess.
Ayan, are you with some service at the moment?
Yes, sir. I have been allocated the Indian Police Service.
You haven't joined?
Sir, I have joined and taken extraordinary leave.
All right. So, you have joined. You are an IPS officer as of now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Ayan, this Ram Mandir ceremony is to happen on 22nd.
Yes.
Right? Now, MP Madhya Pradesh has just had one communal tension incident, in a place called Shahjahanpur. Basically, it was, provoked by, some people planning to go to Ram Mandir and all. Now, these things are happening in other places also, and they may continue to happen. Now, in this situation, you as a police officer, say SP of Ayodhya or SP of any other district in Uttar Pradesh, from where people may go, like, the car sevaks had gone, how would you ensure law and order and peace, in your district during this period?
Yes. So my first measure would certainly be to deploy police personnel, especially in the hotspots where there has been communal tension or polarization and where it is anticipated that such events may occur. Simultaneously, sir, the monitoring will have to be increased to ensure that if any incident happens, immediate action can be taken. Then after that, sir, I will try to mobilize the important religious leaders from both the communities to try to convey to their people to not cause any violence or not take any action as such. Thirdly, sir, my approach would be to build long-term cohesion in society, sir.
So, Ayan, tell me, for dealing with these kinds of situations, how is the new criminal law, especially the new version of Criminal Procedure Code, you think it is empowering the police more to deal with such situations, or you think the police has been weakened?
Sir, my understanding is that the police has been strengthened, but in the right direction. That misuse of any provisions has been reduced or rather prevented, and at the same time, people have also been empowered. The focus of the laws has shifted from punishment to justice. Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, sorry. Sir.
But in trucker strike, we found that from 2 years to 10 years, the punishment to the people has increased, and it was taken back by the government. Not taken back, but a review has been assured.
Yes, sir. Sir, as you mentioned, it is under review, sir. Perhaps, sir, we may see a change in this clause, but overall, sir, I still...
Even for police excesses, there were opposition. Opposition were voicing their opinion primarily on this particular point when they ultimately boycotted. There may be many reasons. But the reason which they apparently made before the people is that, there are police excesses, in the new criminal laws. So, and you say that police has been strengthened the right way. So, can you just dispel this perception that police has not been given excessive power?
Sir, certainly no law is perfect, and especially when it comes to police, the debate of national security and human rights has always been there and will remain a matter of contention. Sir, sedition has been removed, but the new provision of Deshdroh has a wide ambit, and that may be considered by some people as a possible area where police excesses might be there. Sir.
Even the police custody for 15 days, they say that, the chances of somebody getting bail have become remote till 90 days. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I have heard about this, sir.
Tell me how, we always ask how people see the police. I am asking you, how should the police, or how does the police see the people now? Are they law abiding? Are they more violent? Are they more law compliant or not compliant? the perception of the police vis-a-vis the people?
Yes. Sir, I believe this also varies depending on the level of police personnel, and also I would say the work experience of the people. Sir, often people who have been working in stations such as sub-inspectors, they tend to look at certain people as a nuisance also. They have their own stereotypes about people. At the same time, sir, some police officials may think in a more compassionate manner and want to help the people and try to solve all the issues in the area, sir.
My last question, Aya. You have done some work for the visually impaired.
Yes.
Huh? I want to ask you how you think in India in the last few years, how have you made people who are visually impaired for them, how they are having more ease of living? What facilities in terms of a better living for them?
Yes, sir.
Especially at the public places.
Certainly, sir. So first I would say is with respect to the infrastructure, we have seen, sir, tactile plates in many public institutions such as railway stations. Secondly, sir, technological intervention. One is, sir, the smart cane. Often smart canes were distributed in campaigns such as the Accessible India campaign. And another major technical intervention, sir, is that of text to speech. On every government website, we have this option. And even softwares have come up which allow a visually impaired person to easily access all the material there. Fourthly, sir, I would say a social change. So the Accessible India campaign has led to an increase in the respect of such persons, and also various other schemes have come up for their development and employment opportunities, sir.
Elections are around, the main Lok Sabha elections.
Yes.
What facility a visually impaired voter can get at the polling compartment, at the polling station?
Yes, sir. Sir, as far as I can recall, sir, the name of the party gets pronounced by sound, sir, so that the candidate can detect which one the vote is going to.
Candidate?
The voter, very sorry, sir. Sir, I will certainly read more.
But he can't reach the polling station.
Yes, sir.
What does he do?
Sir, proxy voting and sorry, sir, postal voting is being considered,
No.
but yes, sir, I'm not sure, sir. I will.
What else?
Sir, could I take a moment to recall?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Very sorry, sir.
That's bad.
Thank you, sir.
Ayan, you're from Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir. Madhya Pradesh and grew up in Delhi, sir.
I grew up in Delhi.
Yes.
Madhya Pradesh, if we talk about Madhya Pradesh, is a landlocked state.
Yes, sir.
What are the disadvantages of a landlocked state?
Yes, sir. Being landlocked, sir, Madhya Pradesh did not have any access to ports, and this was the major reason why Madhya Pradesh missed the first wave of industrialization, and hence it is relatively less industrialized today, sir.
And how Madhya Pradesh is coping up or making up for this loss?
Yes, sir. Sir, while it is landlocked, it is also centrally located in India, which means its location allows it to serve as an integral for logistic hub or for working in supply chains. And sir, the strategic location helps connect with all other states. Secondly, sir, utilizing its natural resources, especially of forests and diamond, which is 99% of diamond is available in Madhya Pradesh. These all are being worked on.
What type of natural forest resources Madhya Pradesh is utilizing to develop its or to grow its economy?
Yes, sir. Sir, one I would say is that the tribal population, their minor forest produce is being promoted. Secondly, sir, minerals found in forest resources, such as again diamond, they are being promoted. Sir, directly with respect to forest resources, I will have to recheck, sir.
In many states of India, the Naxal people or other extremist groups, they surrender to the police. Off and on they surrender to the police.
Yeah.
As a police officer, what will be few important things you like to adopt so that in future, after 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, they don't turn up again or they don't take up the weapons or the arms, etc. again. They don't go in that line again.
Yeah.
What type of solid steps you going to take or you think about it?
Yes. Sir, I believe a 3-layered approach can be opted for this. Sir, first would be the legal approach. Sir, by strengthening the police personnel, patrolling and policies such as rehabilitation, surrender cum rehabilitation policy. Second would be, sir, institutional level, where we focus on the socio-economic development of the persons involved in those activities, and also their, again, rehabilitation, education. Thirdly, sir, would be the more long-term step towards social change, towards building social cohesion in India, and assuring all the communities that their deprivation and their needs will be taken care of, and engaging them in society so that they do not feel antagonized in any way.
Okay, my last question is about investigation in the crime, criminal investigation by the police. Many a times these police officers who investigate the crimes, they are given duty for VIP duties are given to them.
Yes.
So they are diverted there. Do you think it's a good thing? I mean, we should have a separate team for investigation. They should not be allotted any other duty. Do you think this is a good idea?
Yes, sir, I do believe this should be the ultimate goal, as also recommended in the Prakash Singh guidelines, to separate the law and order and investigation functions of police. But sir, at the moment, police personnel are understaffed and their technical capabilities also need to be augmented before we can fully realize this.
Okay. Thank you, Ayan.
Thank you, sir.
Ayan, your international chess rating is very high, 1321. When did you get this rating?
Sir, I got this rating in 2013.
And you are Blitz, Bullet and Bug House expert?
Sir, I enjoy playing them. I wouldn't call myself.
What is difference between chess as it is internationally known and Japanese chess, Shuji?
Sir, I do not know too much about Japanese chess, but I have seen some people play it. Sir, there is different pieces such as the Emperor. There is a concept of turning of a piece, which I believe, which is certainly not there in chess. Other than that, sir, I will have to read more about the Japanese chess.
You have worked with some NGO, Vidya.
Yes, sir.
So, if you were to remove the fear of maths from the mind of young children in primary school below 5th standard, what innovative steps would you take?
Yes, sir. So, first would be to build a foundational learning of a good quality, because many students do not receive quality education at the basic level, if we talk about at the age of 5 and 6, which causes problems later. Secondly, sir, the teaching manner can be changed in a more physical manner, for example, using origami to teach geometry or using other tools for better visualization. Thirdly, sir, audio-visual tools can be used and animations can be used for proper grasping of the concept, so that maths does not remain an abstract concept for the students, but they are able to relate to it. And fourthly, sir, again, teaching in a relatable manner. For example, showing the practical utility of maths in constructions or in learning about their taxes. This will keep the students interested and be able to understand the concepts well.
Good, Ayan. Tell me, confession made before police in a police station is generally not acceptable in court of law.
Yes.
That means courts don't believe police. Is that right statement? Then how will people have faith and belief in police?
Sir, in my understanding, the reason behind the confession not being made permissible is to prevent police brutality, or if a confession is being made under pressure and to prevent custodial torture. Sir, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe confession made to a person above the rank of IG is permitted as evidence. Sir, I will check this.
Ayan, I give you a situation. You are posted in a district. You receive a report of girls having problem due to malnutrition at the school levels. And, when they become mothers, the problem continues. It's cascading effect of malnutrition problem in girls, which is impacting the next generation. You have got this report. What will you do?
So my first step would be to assess the situation and understand the lacunae in the present system, because we already have existing schemes such as midday meal and Poshan Abhiyan. So I would like to identify the deficiencies of their implementation in that particular district. So secondly, I would identify the constraints behind this, sir, whether it is a resource constraint, accessibility constraint, or for some other reason. Then, sir, I would accordingly take measures. I would like to involve ASHA workers and NGOs for food distribution at all levels, sir. Not just for school children, but also for lactating pregnant mothers and also for elderly where required, sir. Thirdly, sir, I would like further collaborations, possibly with private sector, in case there is a shortage of food, and to increase the efficiency of service delivery, sir.
I have one last question. As administrator, can you learn some good lessons for better administration from history?
From history, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I do believe so, sir. Our ancestors or even globally people have shown wisdom in many areas. Sir, if I give example of Chanakya, sir, he has given the theories of Mandala theory in relation to international relations, or he has talked about the right virtues for a leader in being just, in caring for the people, and in also being wise. Such wisdom and many other instances or incidents that happened in the past can be used as a very important learning.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ayan, tell me how the smart city mission is doing, particularly let us say with reference to Jabalpur, which is one of the smart cities.
Sir, we have seen progress in the regard, but sir, in some cities we are still not seeing remarkable progress. So there have been interventions such as smart bins towards cleanliness, which have shown a positive effect. Sir, overall the amenities of water supply, electricity supply have improved, yet there are instances of power cuts and power shortages. So overall, sir, I would say that it is being implemented, but we are yet to see the complete fructification, which will possibly take more years.
But in Jabalpur, can you tell me some use of new technology in the civic administration, civic governance?
Yes, sir. Sir, one major concern with Jabalpur is that of traffic management, sir. There is a lack of traffic sense. And also, sir, due to the lack of public transport, there are too many cars on the road. So, sir, having smart lights which are driven by machine learning and which can help optimize the traffic flow, sir.
Okay, good. Now, Ayan, MP has got the largest forest area, largest number of tribals and tigers.
Yes.
Suppose you are posted in a district where you see some conflicts, ongoing conflicts between the tribals and forests, as well as tiger population is under threat. So, what action would you take as DM of the district?
Sir, certainly all three are very important aspects, and I cannot prioritize one over the other.
Yes.
Sir, I would have to go to the root cause of the conflict and try to find an alternative solution.
Okay. Now, you are electrical engineer. Tell me, what would be the future of our IC automobile industry when the EV takes over the entire ecosystem of automobiles?
Yes. Sir, one is that there will be a large prevalence of hybrid vehicles which have an internal combustion engine along with the electric motor.
Okay.
So, sir, I do not believe the IC industry will be completely vanished. And also, sir, electric vehicles will take a large time to build acceptance. So, at least for the next 20 to 30 years, I do believe the IC engines will continue to thrive.
I see from your DAF, Ayan, that you are very active member of NSS. You were executive and you organized so many projects with their team, your cloth collection. Tell me, what is the motto of NSS?
Sir, it is not me but you.
What is other learning from NSS association? I think you were, all 3-4 years you were part of NSS.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, especially the first 2 years of my college. Sir.
Okay, good. So what were your other learnings?
So the biggest learning I felt was that many people are actually interested in social work once they gain the exposure. A lot of people join NSS simply because of the policy of choosing one program, but they become highly interested and actually proactively contribute to the service, sir. I believe the youth in India overall can be harnessed in this way, sir, for awareness drives or other campaigns. Once given exposure, they would themselves like to contribute to society, sir.
Okay. Ayan, this freebies is a big issue in Indian elections.
Yes.
Any action taken by Election Commission of India on the freebies issue?
Yes, sir. So the Election Commission had asked the political parties to give a concrete idea about how they will be taking care of the fiscal considerations for providing such freebies after coming to power, sir.
Okay. Ayan, India has serious problem of per capita income, the income poverty.
Yes.
We rank 125 to something, almost at the bottom rung of this thing. Despite the fact that we are fifth largest, then will become third largest in the next 3-4 years. So how to address this issue of income poverty?
Yes. Sir, I believe this is due to historic reasons of having been under colonial rule, which had overall hampered the economic and socio-economic growth of India. Secondly, sir, due to the large population, the per capita income is low. Both of these, sir, are being tackled now. Through economic growth overall itself, the per capita income is rising, and it is projected to rise to the level of developed nations by 2047. And secondly, sir, after reaching a high level of economic growth, more focus can be brought on inclusive growth and increasing the per capita incomes.
My last question, Ayan, what is the role of mathematics in administration? You can see role of maths. Your option was maths.
Yes, sir.
What could be the possible role of maths in administration?
Sir, one would be the indirect role that maths teaches us structured and logical thinking. It also teaches us chain thinking. When we are given a certain problem and we are given certain constraints, then we learn to go from what is given to what is needed. This is relevant for administration, sir. In a more direct manner, sir, concepts such as linear programming and optimization research, this helps in administration, sir, because in reality we will always have certain constraints, we will have multiple options, and we will have to choose the optimal path.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Ayan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, Ayan, on mathematics only.
Yes.
So, why of late, in last few years, why we are seeing so much focus on Vedic mathematics?
Yes, sir. Sir, Vedic mathematics has gained prominence for two reasons, I believe. One, that in many states it was brought into the curriculum for maths teaching, and secondly, sir, in an attempt to improve the foundational numeracy, because Vedic mathematics helps students in their calculation techniques, it is being seen as a tool which can help promote maths in India, sir.
Okay. And how is it different from abacus?
Sir, those two are quite different, sir. Vedic mathematics is a book written by Bharatiya Krishna Tirth, which is a set of techniques for helping mathematical calculations. Sir, abacus is a mathematical tool which helps in counting, sir.
Okay, so moving towards international affairs. So I would like to know your opinion on the entire episode of India-Maldives issue.
Sir, I believe that there is one very important good thing that this incident has shown to the world, that India is now a very important nation, important to the entire world, and that we can assert our sovereignty, which was seen in the recent incident of boycott of Maldives, sir. But secondly, sir, one probably what we can call as a miss of Indian foreign policy is that we cannot let Maldives get closer to China because of its strategic location. So, sir, we have to follow a nuanced approach of keeping relations good with Maldives, but at the same time, we should show to the world that we are more important to the world and our importance will continue to rise.
With reference to South China Sea, can you highlight concerns for India?
Sir, could I take a moment? Thanks. So one issue I would say is that India has always advocated for a rules-based order. So China openly flouting it is a threat to our very value system. Secondly, sir, the countries in question, such as Indonesia or Philippines, they are East Asian nations with whom we want to build our relations and trade with.
So, talking about the two wars, Russia-Ukraine war and Israel-Hamas war. So, tell me, Ayan, what the world can learn from these?
Yes. Sir, could I take one? Thanks. Yes, sir. Sir, first learning would be, which recently many countries have also learned, is that a smaller nation like Ukraine can stand up to a much larger nation like Russia. Secondly, sir, the importance of preventing such conflicts has come out to the entire world because we have seen that it has become a threat to the very global order. The Russia-Ukraine war started in 2022 and now recently the Israel-Hamas war started. Possibly this may be a cascading effect or an influence that countries and agents have got through the other wars, sir. Thirdly, sir, the importance of synergy in the world is becoming more and more important because every country is learning that a war in any part of India affects the economy and other considerations for that country too, sir. For example, energy security.
So, Ayan, a strong Pakistan or a weak Pakistan, which is good for India?
Sir, in my understanding, the more important aspect is the intentions of Pakistan. Whether Pakistan is weak or it is strong, as of now, sir, it does not seem as a very strong threat given our increased defense capabilities. Sir, a weak Pakistan could be destabilized and more terrorism can be brought there, or a strong Pakistan may use its state policy of terrorism against India. So, sir, both of them can be an equally bad threat for us.
So, Ayan, I would like to know your opinion on reservation for women in civil services.
Yes, sir. Sir, I do believe it would be a good step, sir. Increasing the number of women in civil services will not only help in women empowerment, but in the administration itself, a lens of gender equality and women sensitization will come up, which will be very beneficial for all women all over India. And their interests will also be considered in policies and implementations.
So, how much would you propose? 33% or 50%?
Sir, I believe this would have to be decided after intense studies and feasibility also, sir. It would be difficult to come at a number immediately. Perhaps after some experimentation, the number can be streamlined.
My last question, you are already an IPS officer.
Yes.
So, what further are you looking forward to?
Yes. Sir, I'm certainly extremely happy as an Indian Police Service officer. Sir, I believe that the administrative service or the foreign service will allow me to work more directly in developmental activities and in areas of my interest, such as education.
Okay, so thank you, Ayan. I pass on to Chairman, sir.
So, Ayan, tell me, India's oil import policy has undergone changes ever since Ukraine war started. And it seems that with Israel, Hamas and other Iran, Houthi, all that is happening in Red Sea, it may take another shift in the policy. So how our oil import policies have been shifting or changing over the last 2 years? If you can throw some light.
Sir, our policies in this matter have again been based on our own national interest. So we diversified our oil imports to from many countries such as Venezuela, Iraq and Qatar. And even despite the Russia-Ukraine war and the sanctions being imposed on Russia, still India decided to import oil from Russia to a very large extent, sir. Even now, sir, we will continue to import from wherever we can get the best prices for meeting our own interests and needs, sir.
I heard you saying the boycott of Maldives by India was a good step.
Sir, I believe that it has shown to the world how powerful India is. And
So tell me, Ayan, you just mentioned about strategic interests,
Yes.
right? We went to Russia and you saw our own interest. So tell me, is pride of India in international affairs is more important or our strategic interest? I'm saying in Maldives context.
Sir, my understanding is that pride does become a very part of meeting our own strategic interests because diplomacy is driven by power dynamics. And when people or other countries recognize India's importance, that works in our interests. Sir.
All right. So, Ayan, we have almost covered whatever we wanted to ask you during this interview. But in case you think that anything has been left out from your DAF, I can ask one more last question.
Nothing from my side.
All right. So, Ayan, thank you. We close our interview. You will proceed to the next room.
Yes.
We'll call you in a few minutes for the feedback.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So, Ayan, how did you do today?
Sir, overall I felt good, but sir, I felt in some questions I answered in a hurry.
Hmm.
Should have thought more before answering.
Yeah.
And one or two questions I felt, sir, I kept the best point for the last and didn't get the chance because I had spoken too much.
Yeah. Maybe you speak fast, but you speak with a lot of good content, so it is not so conspicuously seen. But if you can give some, thought over the question, like you did in one or two questions, it will be better.
Yes.
Right? And you need not ask permission all the time because you didn't take much time. Within 3-4 seconds, I saw you were able to answer and yes. Don't say yes when you recover and start speaking.
Yes.
But you need not ask again, sir, can you give me a minute? Or can you give some time? So Because when you think that you will be able to decide whether to withdraw from the question or whether to go ahead, and if go ahead, then what should be your frame of answer.
Yes.
All right. Couple of things. Otherwise, you have appeared before us earlier also.
Yes.
You are very good, but in all respects. Your personality, your knowledge, your fluency, your content, your reasoning, your balanced stand, all these things have been appreciated by the panel. Few small things. Again, I have already mentioned, avoid guesses. All right. Probably you guessed for this IG also, confession.
Yes.
I don't know what gave you this impression.
Sir, I had a rough memory. I think something wrong.
Yes, actually, law is one. And it can be done only before a magistrate.
Okay.
This is what rest you see the new act also.
Yes.
What is there, but that is one. So regarding this blind visually impaired thing, you made guesses, but I didn't see any problem in making guesses. But you see, when you are not sure and you want to guess, it's always better to tell the panel, sir, would you allow me to guess?
Yes.
So that they know that you're not sure, but you answer something very surely. So I immediately interrupted. Otherwise, you would have gone ahead.
Yes.
Proxy and whatever you have mentioned.
Yes.
So there is a provision for companion for visually impaired. You have to apply a few days before to the presiding officer that I would like to. Somebody can put on his behalf, and the PO generally they allow. So one companion can enter up to the voting compartment.
Oh, understood.
If the visually impaired person says, no, you stand out, you just show me where the braille is. There is a braille on the EVM also. In that case, he will say, don't bother, I will vote. Just ask me to put where I have to. Or in case he is not able to, then he can ask the companion also कि उसका हाथ पकड़ के उसको शेयर करके मेरा यहाँ दबा दो.
Yes.
So that means companion knows where he is voting.
Yes.
In only this case. All right. This is second. Thirdly, I just want to have a query. Why did you not when you introduce yourself, you avoided telling about police?
Yes, sir.
I could make out. Why?
Sir, I felt it would raise expectations and more difficult questions might
come. So in all, I tell you, you have to brush up police even more.
Okay.
You were not. We did ask you quite a very many questions from police, but police से हम किसी से भी पूछ सकते हैं.
Yes.
ऐसे questions आए. Criminal laws we have been asking everyone. It's not that only IPS will reply. Right? Police excesses I have asked so many people, non-police people also. So it is something which general, but your grasp is not so police-like, professional. All right?
Yes.
So वो मैं समझ गया था कि आप पुलिस का बोल नहीं रहे हो. So rest is all fine. I think you have done very well.
Ayan, you are a very bright candidate. You have done very well. Entire interview, you have come up very, very well. In only one point where you said that for the economy of Madhya Pradesh, the forest can be. So there I would like to tell you in few seconds that forest once upon a time, gone are the days now, when forest used to contribute directly to the economy of a country like India. Rail ka patri banao, ye banao, so. Now the forests are no longer a direct contributor to the Indian economy.
Yes.
They are indirect contributor to the Indian economy. How? As a ecological pillar. They are the most important ecological pillar for all this climate change, global warming, this and that. Once the climate is good, then economy is good. Okay?
Yes.
So forests are there to sustain or to improve the climate scenario of the India. Okay? Overall, the biodiversity scenario of the India, so that the economy gets a boost. So in that way, indirectly, forest is contributing towards the economy. But abhi, हाल में there are some plantation areas where forest felling are being carried out. In Madhya Pradesh also some fellings are being carried out and forest produce get auctioned. But that is a peanut. I mean, it's nothing. It's a minuscule amount. I mean, and not a very, very big scale. Every state, some forest fellings are there out of the plantation. Plantation forest are being felled regularly, and the new plantations are being planted. But that constitute not even, I think, 4 or 5%. So that hardly. So forest is no longer a major contributor to Indian economy in a direct way. But indirectly, forest is a contributor.
Yes.
As I told you.
Yes.
Okay. So this you understand. So one thing, otherwise, except this point, in all points you are very, very good, marvelous. I mean, you answer very, very nicely. I am quite impressed about your answers. Okay,
yes.
You will make it. All the best.
So, Ayan, very good personality, very good communication, understanding of question and reply. Two things I just want to tell you.
Yes.
Shoji and chess.
Yes.
Now, shoji and chess. In chess, how many possibilities are there for every move? Have you ever thought?
Sir, it increases a lot after some moves, sir.
On an average, 35. So, those are the number of possibilities for each move. In shoji, which is far more difficult, it is 80.
Okay.
So, read more because you then. On similar lines, let me ask you one question, which was asked from me many, many years ago. I make a statement to you, in turn you make the same statement to two others, and they in turn each one to two more. And each statement takes 1 second.
Yes.
1 second to make. In how much time the entire world will come to know of your statement? So, you just have to give me the formula.
Sir, log of n base 2.
Pardon?
Sir, log of n base 2, where n is the total population.
No, think about it. No,
Sir.
it is not that. Alright? So, this is based on your chess. You put a grain of rice on first,
Yes.
2 on second, 4 on third, and so on. So, by the time you reach 64, the entire rice available in the world will not be able to fill that 64th.
Yes.
And 1 second significance is that give the formula, multiply it by 1 and population of the world. So, you will have to give formula and how you will work out. All right?
Yes.
So, this is with regard to your chess. Rest all, your replies were good. No further comments. Wish you all the best.
Thanks.
I have nothing more to add. I am very good candidate and you will do very well. All the best.
Thanks.
So same from my side, Ayan. So overall, you were very good. So keep it up. Wish you all the best.
Thanks.
Ayan, any questions from your side?
Yes, sir, I had one doubt. Sir, sometimes in the interview, even to an English medium student, questions are asked in Hindi. So, should we respond in Hindi for that question or English only?
Well, there has been a case where the whole interview, that
Yes.
person asked in Hindi. So, that was his compulsion, his problem, maybe. So, I'm just guessing because we found out who the person was. But anyway, but in case it is done to you, it will be better that you answer in whichever language he is asking you. That is also considered to be decent.
Yes.
But if you think, and probably the candidate was also asked, are you okay in Hindi? Can you? So the candidate said yes.
Yes.
So anytime such thing happens, the person will certainly have the decency to ask you whether you are okay with Hindi. So हिंदी से हिंदी में जवाब दे दीजिए.
Yes.
हिंदी में इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स यूज करते जाइए आप.
जी.
और जहाँ हिंदी नहीं समझ में आया वहाँ इंग्लिश भी आ जाइए थोड़ा सा.
Yes.
ठीक है ना. उसकी प्रॉब्लम है आपने तो इंग्लिश मांगा है. ठीक है ना.
Yes.
तो ऐसा करना. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes.
हाँ. मतलब जल्दी ये होता है जैसे अपन कहते हैं ना, कोई इंडिया में ही कोई अगर हिंदी में कहे और आप इंग्लिश में जवाब दो, अरे अपने आप को ज़्यादा ही समझ जाए. मैं हिंदी में बात कर रहा हूँ, मातृभाषा भी है और इतना ये अंग्रेज है कि अंग्रेजी
Yes.
है ना, तो वो और तरह से तो ठीक है, आंसर की क्वालिटी पे कोई नजर नहीं करेगा, इस पे पकड़ लेगा वो चेयरमैन या मेंबर, ठीक है ना, ऐसा करो. और
Nothing.
so I would like to know, Ayan, we have given you 70% today.
Yes.
You are one of the best that we have had here. So how much you got in the IPS when you got in the IPS last?
Sir, 187 marks.
187 कितने होते हैं? 69.
68.
And huh?
68.
68. No, you are very competent.
You
will
came
get-
for the board, last board also, mock board?
Yes, sir.
And how much our board gave?
68 exact, sir.
68.
That time it was online, sir.
ऑनलाइन था, मुझे भी ऐसा याद आ रहा है. तो 2 साल पहले की बात है.
No, sir, last.
Last.
अच्छा, तो बीच में ऑनलाइन में आए होंगे.
हाँ.
अच्छा. सो
68.
अब 70 दिया है तो 70 तो आने ही चाहिए तुम्हें. गोइंग बाय आवर पास्ट रिकॉर्ड, है ना, बट इससे भी ज्यादा आएंगे.
Thanks.
थोड़ा ये जो आई डोंट वांट टू रिपीट,
Yes.
कुछ एक चीजें जो आपको एडवाइस की हैं उसको कर लो, बाकी यू आर वेल प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर योर इंटरव्यू. ठीक है, कब है कब?
Sir, not in the first place.
हाँ, फिर तो, बट अभी मस्ती मत करने चले
जी,
जाना,
सर.
ठीक है. ऑल द बेस्ट.
All the best.
All the best.
All the best.
Thank you very much.